And we are live and we are back. Let's go. I'm Corey, your host, one half of the Corey and Phillip Ed podcast. And I'm back like I never left with another installment of Wealth Wednesdays here on the Corey and Phillip Ed podcast. We discuss health and wealth, finance and fitness, and everything in between. We want to make sure you save more and save less and keep making better your best. Yes, yes. However, my co-host Jordan and I started these Wealth Wednesdays. These money mindsets where we get straight. Did I say welcome to money mindset? Whatever. We start these money mindsets. We get straight to financial information, no filler in between. And I know y'all see the topic of today's video. We're going to get into those car payments. I've been talking about how much is a car payment? How much is a car payment? I think the same way where I do, the new updates as far as 401k limits, gift tax limits, all these things for the year. Then I believe it was last episode we did how much money Americans have saved. When the new numbers come out for the new year as far as car payments, we'll just do the monthly car payment updates. So we're going to talk about the unreal amount Americans are continuing to pay when it comes to car payments. If you want to know whether or not you're going to have a whole bunch of money later on in life, just ask yourself, how long do I have a car payment, or do I still have a car payment? Car payments are just how people who have life insurance or own a home are markers as far as building a net worth, let's say $1 million. In short, having a car payment in perpetuity is a marker of someone not building wealth. All right. But before we get started, y'all know what to do. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you leave those rating reviews for the podcast platforms as well. My information, as well as my co-host Jordan information, can be found in the description. Last episode, we talked about student loans. Episode before that, we talked about the savings rate. Now I remember because that's the student loans. We talked about student loans in the last episode. Go ahead and check that out. People out here saying they're going to boycott student loans and put pressure on the federal government. Sure. If you think that's going to work, go ahead and try it, knock yourselves out. Taken out of context, I'm closer to doing that than y'all probably think I am. Corey, are you close on getting a new mouse that actually works? Corey, are you going to, have guests on the episodes? Don't ask those type of questions. Taken out of context is en route. Have I recorded yet? Don't worry about that. But it is on the way. I promise you. The one thing about taking out of context, once I start doing it, it's going to be lit because, it's the viral stuff on social media. So once I do start getting in my pipeline as far as my schedule, we are going to be rocking and rolling that type of stuff. Because the stuff I see, I'm engaging more now as far as just commenting more on things like that in the viral posts. One, now, because I told y'all it's 2024. When people are lying, I'm posting it and comments saying, this is not true. This is not how this works. Because there's some unreal amount of content out there. Hey, people can say I'll be making stuff up too. So, hey, if you want to pull up, leave that comment. All comments are positive comments as far as the algorithm. All right. And last but not least, don't sue me. Sue your mama. This is for entertainment purposes only. Myself, no Jordan, fitness financial professionals. Anything you hear is for entertainment purposes only. You need to seek a professional, do your own research before taking any action. All right. Let's get into it, y'all. Monthly car payment. We going to Nerd Wallet. Nerd Wallet. So we got good old faithful is CNBC. CNBC. I can't remember what the hell good old faithful is, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Then we got old faithful is probably maybe Yahoo Finance. I don't know. But NerdWallet is up there as far as a trusted source. And I'm thinking I'm sharing the back on the screen. I'm not sharing the screen yet. We're going to get to NerdWallet, though, and talk about these new monthly car payments. What's the average car payment, y'all? What y'all think it is? I think I said on the last episode. What's the average car payment per month? The average monthly car payment is $738 for new cars, $532 for used. I wonder if we'll get leased cars in here. Several factors determine your payment. This is by Shannon Bradley. Shout out to Shannon Bradley. For your first-time listeners out here, I do not read the articles ahead of time, and the authors of these articles usually give me hell as far as when it comes down to their names. Here we go. Edited by Julie Meyer Nunes, even though Meyer spelled a little weird. All right, this is updated February 29, 2024. So I'm about a month behind on this. All right, man. Okay, no, that's it. All right, y'all, here we go. The average monthly car loan payment is $738. Before we even get started, I don't care how long the episodes are, but I'm trying not to have them for so long. We're going to get into the investment calculator. And let's see how much $738 is. If you didn't invest that, let's just say 30 years. Start at zero, 30 years. We'll say 6% return. $738 to do the end of the month compound. $720,000. My goodness. Well, we talk about, but Usually people are going to say you want to get closer to aim towards mainly that 10% rate of return at 739, whatever. And again, if you start doing 40, right, you start investing at 25 years old instead of, 35. My God. Let's just do 6% that on the low end. Still going to be over $1 million. Crazy. That's as a guy, I gotta find that guy's his TikTok handle so I can give him. TikTok might be going away. But I gotta find that so I can give him credit. That's nasty work. Over $1 million, roughly speaking, your car payment is costing you over the lifetime. This is that simple. 532 for use. That's a fourth quarter 2023, according to credit reporting agency Experian. So that's pretty good data from Experian there. It's worth noting that some recent reports from other industry analysts place the average car payment even higher. Bless the Lord. The February 2024 Cox Automotive Moody's Analytics Vehicle Affordability Index lists the average monthly car payment near, oh my God, $751 as of January 2024. My goodness. I don't know what pause as they say. That was Dame Dash who says pause or something even happened. I saw as I distracted myself, as that one commenter said. I saw Jadakiss, he gave a toast and he said pause before he even said it. But I don't know if we're going to get to 120 as far as the term for car payments, or we're going to get to $1,000 monthly car payments. I don't know which of those are going to happen first, or 40-year mortgages as far as what we're consistently seeing is the average of things out here. My guess is, we're only $250 away. Roughly, 738, 751, man, same number. We're less than $300 away. We might get to $1,000 before we get to 2030. That's crazy. Anyways, when you're buying a car, it's helpful to use the average car payment amount as a benchmark. Not really. Recommendation is if you have a car, if you want to go into more, don't go into more debt. But if you want to change vehicles, you got 10K in car debt, you want to get another 10K car, cool, don't go into more debt. Recommendation outside of that, don't go into car debt. That is the recommendation. Do everything you can to avoid that. But your actual car payment per month is determined by several different factors. Bump the car payment. The issue here, and we talked about this before, I've already said this before, is the maintenance is what ends up destroying people when it comes to their vehicle. What determines your monthly car payment? What? It's a simple math. If you take out a loan for 6 years or so, it's going to be 72 because car loans, the term is based in months, and you take out, let's just say $30,000 and it's over 6%. That just is what it is. All right. Loan amount, interest rate, type of car you buy, and where. Your choice of vehicle can also influence interest rate you receive. Yes and no. AB, that's for people who got bad credit. The length of the loan, all right, okay, term. I'm gonna do my best to read we have charts in here. I'm gonna do my best not to read the whole chart and just sort of like speak overall and summarize it. To put it simply, your monthly auto loan payments calculate the beginning of your loan by dividing the total loan amount, including interest, by the number of months in the loan term. Your car insurance is definitely impacted by the type of vehicle, but all the loans I've paid, because there's so many different markers. Not just your credit score, but how much money you're putting down, things of that nature when it comes to looking at, people's loans. But it's not like people who had luxury vehicles. They had such a significantly higher, such a significantly lower car loan as far as, interest rate, should I say, for their car loan. It was what it was. I would say that most people, whatever car they're going to get is what car they're going to get. It really doesn't matter. Like, oh, they're going to get a Honda instead of a Mercedes because of the interest rate. No, they're going to qualify for a 25 or 30, whatever it is, 35, 40, whatever it is, K loan. And then they're going to go get a vehicle. Usually that is that, relative, based off of, what they can afford / how much money they're putting down. Interest rate usually doesn't deter people away from things. Now, I'm talking about from a financial institution standpoint. We're going to, financing for the particular dealers, different conversation. I wouldn't be surprised if they're screwing y'all on those, because dealership loans, some people be having like 15% on their car, and it's like, what? Recent averages for factors that affect the car payment. While each car buyer situation is different, the following numbers offer insight into the car financing market in the fourth quarter of 2023. All right, average monthly payment again, $738. The loan, here we go, is for a new car. It's $40,000. Interest rate, yeah, interest rate are hard. 7.18. Loan term 67. Credit score 740. Oh my goodness. And this is what I was talking about. It's not, again, people with lower interest rates can, not always, but usually people with lower interest rates aren't going to have as high of an income. So their DTI is going to be, they're going to have less room in their DTI. So people for used cars are getting almost a 26.5K, 27K loan versus new cars is a 40K loan. Makes sense. New cars cost more, but the interest rate is almost 12% for used cars versus 7.18% for new cars. However, the loan term for new cars is 7.87 months, and then for used cars, 7.4. So it's all the same. It's all the same. People is getting it for 68 months, probably. That's about anywhere from 5 months to 6 months, closer to 6 though. And I would say that 7 and that 8, that 84-month term is extending that number. Credit score 743 versus 684, so significant difference there. Not really though. 684 is like, upper C, and 743 is lower A, upper B. 743 is not 760 yet. Some say 740. 760, 760 versus 780. So I would say those credit scores aren't that big of a difference. Just these markers alone, though, the credit score, you need to see people's income, how long they've been working, things like that, other factors that go into a car loan. A car loan is like the car loan, I would view more like a credit card. Like they're gonna find a way to get you the car loan. Now the house, they're gonna ask for more stuff. But a car loan, look, if you can show proof of income and they can just say, all right, this is how much money you can fit into your budget, $550 is between that and 738. They're gonna give you that and say, all right, go get whatever car you want. Because now they got it. We call it what they auto express checks. In short, where they'll write you a check for the most. Let's just say you qualify at max $30,000, and they say, hey, this is the most amount of money we give you. Go get whatever car you want. All right. Okay, we got more ads. How credit scores affect monthly car payments. Credit scores play a significant role. Okay, car loan. Yeah, determine your interest rate. Yep, lower your credit score. Yes, higher interest rate. Okay, good. Average monthly car payment by credit score. Here we go. Subprime. Again, like I said, I do not read these articles ahead of time. And it's so funny because I don't have any updated information as far as financial institution and their practices since February 14th. So Valentine's Day of 2018 was my last official day working at a credit union. But prime is 661 to 780. That's what this is saying. And then when we scroll back up, 661 to 780. So all these are the prime. They're all prime. So prime score, and usually used cars come with a higher interest rate as well on top of that. So they're giving prime people the same rate, roughly speaking. Average monthly car payment on a new car for prime. So prime is going to be 780, credit score to 850, so 780 and up, 781 and up. $703, 747, 780. Good God. $782 for non-prime. That's 601, credit score to 660. Then used cars, 515, 526, 547, 548. So used cars a little bit, more in range. But we looking at used cars. But in new cars, 780, almost $800. We're gonna hit $1,000 for the end, unless there has to be significant change in the market. That's crazy. Don't do that. Don't. It's just so much, and that's the one thing I'm not gonna pull Dave Ramsey as far as the book, Total Money Makeover, and flash him on the screen again. But watching some of his old videos when he talks about how the monthly car payment less than 10 years ago, I believe, was $500, and now we've gone up roughly 50. No, not roughly. We've gone up 50% of that in less than 10 years. It's not looking good out here for people who got car loans. As I'm getting ready to pay mine off, that's different. I'm married into it, so we're working on paying it off. I pay mine off, and I'm like, okay, we got to pay my wife's off. Many car buyers choose a longer loan term to lower their monthly payment. Again, simple math, to pay back $1,000 let's just say you pay back $30,000 over 24 months, you're going to have to spend more money than if you're going to pay back $30,000 over 36 months. Same thing with the mortgage, right? 30 year versus 15 year. This is second grade math. I mean, I remember multiplying and dividing in second grade. So this is second grade math. 10 divided by 2 is going to be 5, right? 10 divided by 5 is going to be 2. Like it's just that simple. All right. I mean, I don't know how else to slice it. The lower the number denominator, the more you got to kick out. It's that simple. Many car buyers are going to choose longer term, to lower their monthly car payment. That's why the average car loan length is now nearly 70 months for both new and used cars. That's almost the exact same number. Longer than 60 months for new cars and 36 months for new cars when possible. No longer 60 and 36, respectively, for new and used cars. Stretching out the loan term to lower the car payment can cost you more in the long run. True, because your car tends to lose value over time. Recent car market has been unique, right, with stuff appreciating. But normally cars lose in 2030. Soon you drive up a lot as far as new cars. Anywhere roughly from 3 to 5 years, depends on the vehicle, but definitely at 5 years is when a car is going to lose most of its depreciation as far as the pace that it goes on. Also, a longer loan term can cost you more money overall, right? You're paying right interest. They're going to do a math equation here. Again, Johnny has 4 apples. Okay, $20,000 used car loan with an interest rate of 9%. Jesus, don't do it. Don't do it. For terms of 36 and 60 months. With a 60-month loan, the borrower would pay an extra $2,000 in interest over the life of the loan. This right here, if you need this told to you, you're probably the same person who has a bachelor's and or master's and or doctorate as far as student loans, and you don't understand that if you don't satisfy the interest with your payment, that your balance is going to grow and not get smaller. That's what this is for. This is something I would be teaching, middle schoolers, because they're preparing to get, start driving soon, and definitely high schoolers who are driving and about to drive as well. And so they can start understanding, start having some financial literacy. This sentence should not be for adults. Adults who come and read this and be like, yeah, why wouldn't I know this? This is literally saying 1 + 1 = 2 in like calculus and like trying to explain it in a calculus book. It's like, if you don't understand that, shout out to Bowie State University, Bulldog Nation, my college, when I was in calc, and some people didn't have a damn near grasp of freaking algebra, I was like, oh no, y'all is behind. Very behind. How y'all on calculus? And it's not like y'all forgot the algebra stuff. You didn't know it. That's different. It wasn't a refresher. All right, loan amount, APR. Saying monthly payment on 36 months is going to be $636. Monthly payment on 60 months is $415, and then showing the delta in the interest. I mean, yes. Estimating your car payment. All right, average car loan statistics give you an idea of what to expect in the current car market. Right, everyone's numbers will be different by definition. Yes, how much money you make, how long you've been working at the job, how much money you're putting down, what your credit score is, who you're banking with, or if you're at a credit union or if you're going through the dealer. All that type of stuff is going to impact, how much you're going to have. All right. Oh yeah, I think there's going to be a quick article. All right, and they got a calculator to help you show this. And again, by Shannon Bradley. Shannon covers. All right, here we go. Again, y'all see, I told you this is going to be a quick one. This one's going to be too long. I need to go take my ass to bed anyway. What's the average car payment per month? Right now, we have $738 for a new car and $532 for a used car. Again, by Shannon Bradley, updated February 29th, 2024. Almost ended the recording. Whoops, I've been bad. I don't know what to say. If you have debt, non-mortgage debt, so consumer debt, I recommend you aggressively pay it off. Right? This is at the end of April is when we're paying off my wife's car. I don't know what else to tell you. I started this with no debt, then got married, had a kid, got back into debt. Now I'm back to paying it off. I didn't pay it off. I'm and sad to say I'm damn near at six figures myself. Anywhere from probably 20 to 25,000 as far as for my wife, for her car and her credit cards that we're probably at. Yeah, 20 to 25. My wife was in the Coast Guard when the government had shut down, so she had some back taxes she had to pay, but it's because she got out. If y'all don't know, President Trump made it so they didn't have to pay any taxes in their paycheck, so she didn't pay any taxes because That's what President Trump put in place. However, the following year, they were going to take those taxes out. She got out the military before that time. So, she ended up having to pay those taxes back. But besides that, it's probably close to $25,000 for a vehicle. I can't really remember because I'm just like, all right, we're just going to aggressively pay it off. And it is what it is. But combined with that, mine was 60 that I aggressively paid off. So 60, 25 is 85. Like, that's damn near like, who, Lord have mercy. This is why I recommend not. I mean, what could we be doing with $85,000 getting a damn house? So now we still got to save for the house. Regardless, though, we're not talking about me right now. We're talking about these damn car payments. It is well known how damaging car payments can be in perpetuity. Out, and not even the fact that it's something that, it's an asset that depreciates. That is with their vehicles. Obviously, we have the panorama and used vehicles went up in price. But if you have a car, definitely do everything you can to pay off that vehicle. Now, once you pay it off, and this is the tricky part, at some point in time, you are going to need a new vehicle because at some point in time, your car is going to break down. No matter who makes it, Toyota, even Honda, no matter how well the maintenance is, eventually you're going to need a replacement vehicle. All right, you got a coupe. Now you got a family now, so now you got to buy a 4-door, or you end up saying having more kids than you expect. And let's get more kids than you expect because you got pregnant with twins and you want to have one more kid. Now you got 3 kids. So, now you got to get a 7-seater instead of 5-seater. Not that you got pregnant because you forgot that having sex is how you get pregnant. All those type of things can happen, and so you're gonna end up needing a new vehicle. Not new as far as a new vehicle, but at least new to you type of vehicle. That type of stuff you have to start saving for ahead of time. Let's just take the general route. Your car has got 10 more years on it, let's say. So as you get towards 5 years or so left, start looking at those new vehicles that are coming out because you want to get a car that's in that 3 to 5 year range as far as use. So most of the depreciation out of that vehicle. So if you're 5 years out, the cars that are new is you're actually going to end up getting your car as far as that model. Excuse me, that model, yeah, but that year. So it's short. If your car is gonna be gone, you think in 2034, in 2029, 2030, start looking at those new cars, and those are going to be the cars that you're probably going to be looking at when it's time for you to get a vehicle. And then, like I said, many times on here, the general recommendation is if it's less than 5 years, you save, in a savings account, high yield savings, whatever you want to call it. If it's more than 5 years, you can look to invest that money. Not financial advice, but usually you're going to invest something conservative as far as something like that. It's going to mirror the stock market, BTI, BTSAX, whatever it is, just so you can guarantee that return. Let me not say guarantee, let me not guarantee. Have a high percentage chance that you're going to make some money. But even if it's, you're going to need it in 5 or 6 years, still okay to put in a high yield savings because you know what that money is going to be and you're continuously saving that money. But as you get over 5 years, as far as when you're going to need the money, that's when some financial experts would recommend or even have you suggest, or excuse me, even suggest to you saving that money. It's late, y'all. My brain is it's 11:14. Shout out to 11:11 Make-A-Wish. My brain is definitely getting ready to turn off. So that's the type of stuff where you talk about transitioning, getting out of that and putting a barrier in place or steps in place from a financial skill set standpoint so you don't go back into that. So once you do pay your vehicle off, at some point in time you're going to need a vehicle. That's when you start doing that research as far as what you want in the vehicle. Like for myself, my car is not even at 60,000 miles yet. I got my car in December 2017, so my car will be 7 years old this December. I probably almost 2 years now thinking about what car I'm going to get, but definitely like in the last year or so, I've been really thinking about it. And I'm going to drive my car until Viola don't work no more. I don't plan on purchase Viola with the intent of driving her, not until the wheels fall off, until she just does not work at all. But I've already been thinking about am I going to get an SUV? Or my parents going to be in that time? Kids, sport, all that type of stuff. I've already been thinking about it. And even the newest car now is not going to be the car that I'm going to get, but it's all putting myself in that mindset because I know about it, and I do too much planning for my own good. But it's just the mindset you got to be, because when you talk about in the future, that purchase is probably going to be $30,000-$40,000 as far as cars are going to cost more as time goes on, so the cost of used cars is going to increase naturally as well, even though the value of cars depreciate. But since the price tag is going to increase over time, you're going to end up having to kick out more money. And then speaking of where the future is headed, electric vehicles is what I'm thinking. Dang, definitely probably gonna have to get a hybrid, but it probably is gonna make sense for me to go electric because if I don't plan on getting another car if it goes my way for another at least 15 years. So y'all, we talking about 2039, 2040. And if I get that car, the next time I get a car after that, I'd be damn near I'd be about to retire in general, in short. Because I want to keep my cars for at least 10 years, but closer to 20 than 10 type of thing. So excuse me, definitely got to get a hybrid, but I mean, in 20, where do y'all think we're going to be as far as EVs when we get to 2040, right? And so that's the type of stuff that you really have to think about now too, because gas go away permanently, probably not in America. At least this is America, gonna be pretty hard pressed to get that done. But hey, they already got some changes coming in California, but we we can make a whole different channel about California, even though we still got to run up our numbers here. But what California got going on like all fronts is just unreal. But that's what you have to think of, putting steps in place to ensure your future so you don't have any setbacks. All right, when it comes to the car payments. All right, y'all. As it y'all locked and loaded. End of the episode. Make sure y'all comment, like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you leave those rating reviews on the podcast platforms as well. Again, my information as well as my co-host Jordan information can be found in the description on YouTube. _Corey for your finance information, and Jordan is Stop Stalling J for your fitness information. And Jordan's business page is finallyfit.live. That's where you can go to sign up for the 5:30 a.m. Monday and Wednesday Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 a.m. virtual training sessions. Another reason I got to go to sleep because tomorrow is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. We don't hear this, but it's Tuesday night. I got to go to sleep so I can get my butt in class. All right. Again, y'all, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, we see y'all still leaving the comments, run up the numbers. We appreciate that. Continue to leave us your feedback. We're working on incorporating everything y'all tell us. So we appreciate y'all run up the numbers like I've been asking, and we're going to do our part to continue dropping this content for y'all. Again, the clips are still coming out at 7 p.m. And once we get this taken out of context, it's going to be more clips and it's going to be a different flavor on here because if stuff's financial is financial, we're definitely going to do, viral financial stuff. But, I wish I was doing this when the Cheesecake Factory stuff dropped. But, we're going to get into some of that more viral stuff up here to sort of change the speed of what we're giving y'all on here and taking it back to that podcast file. So Jordan and I love doing those podcast files. All right, that's it, y'all. Locked and loaded. Remember to save more and say less. Keep making better your best. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.